In today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest complaints about silver, which is that it's not a cash flow producing asset, which is actually one of my favorite things about silver, because that means it's not taxed until you part ways with it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver and also gold, but I want to talk about how until you sell, it's not taxed. And I know some people have their fair share of opinions on silver, being that it's quote-unquote unproductive. But this is going to be my response. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Got the brand new Lone Wolf collection out now, as well as the even newer Consistency is Key collection. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. Use promo code Labor Day for 15% off of absolutely everything. Sale ends tonight. So today I wanted to talk about silver predominantly, but also a little bit of gold, because they go hand in hand. I'm going to be talking about the precious metals today. But for the record, this video comes out on September 6th, 2021, but I'm filming it on Friday, the 3rd, 2021. So I have no idea what the spot price is going to be by the time this video drops, so head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. But today I do want to talk about the silver and gold. I want to talk about how it's not taxed until you sell. And I don't know if you can really tell, but I'm filming this video outside, which is why I'm being a little bit quieter. I don't want to be screaming outdoors, "Hey, look at the money I have on this table." But I wanted to talk about taxes today, because I've read on a variety of different occasions, there's some people out there who don't like the precious metals because they consider it to be not a productive asset. For understandable reasons. They say all it does is sit there, which is absolutely true. That is 100% a fact. Silver just sits there. Silver is what I consider to be a physical at-home savings account. That's how I see it. I see it as a savings account. But it's a little bit different than a traditional savings account at the bank. And I'm not just talking about the 0.001% interest rates or whatever Bank of America or Wells Fargo or whoever offers you. That's not the only thing I'm talking about here. I see it as a better alternative to a savings account, at least in my opinion, from my perspective. The reason I say that is because obviously, number one, the savings account, yeah, it generates a little bit of interest, but that interest does not outperform inflation. So technically, leaving your cash in a savings account lets it do absolutely nothing but depreciate in value. So not only is that alone not a productive asset, but I would say that's an unproductive asset. That does more harm than good, from my perspective and in my opinion. But not only that, there's an even bigger difference between a traditional savings account and using your precious metals as a physical at-home savings account. And this one is really, really, really important. It would be the interest that you generate on the cash that you leave in a savings account. By the time a year goes by, you're going to have to pay taxes on that interest. That's right. That fraction of a percent of your own cash that you leave in someone else's possession, generating less than a penny in interest. I mean, if you have enough cash in there, it might generate something more substantial. But you're going to have to pay taxes on that. And why is that? It's because it's classified as interest income. So you're taxed when you spend. Obviously, you go to the store, you buy something, there's sales tax. You're taxed when you earn. And guess what? If you're saving all that cash, they tax you for that as well. So what I like about silver is that it can appreciate in value I would say it stands a far better chance than the dollar bill. I would say that silver's growth potential is much more appetizing than the interest rates that the banks offer. And all of that capital appreciation that we see on the silver and the gold over an extended period of time, for the long term, I'm not talking about a week, a month, or a year. Some people have been stacking for maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, and they're all discouraged because, oh, I haven't gotten rich yet. You're not supposed to get rich yet. It's only been a couple of months. This is something that you got to do for the long term. I don't see anybody knocking on Wells Fargo's door saying, hey, the interest hasn't made me rich yet. It doesn't work that way. It's for the long term, not for the short term. But all that capital appreciation, it might go up a little bit. Your average cost might be $23, $24, $25. Give it a little bit of time. Who knows? It might go up to $32, $33, $34, $40, $50, $60, $70. Who knows where it can go? I have some assumptions and some expectations as to where I believe it can go. It's not guaranteed at the end of the day, so I'm not going to sit here and act like one of those false prophets on YouTube who make all these fake predictions and say, oh, silver's going to go to this very price by this very date. No. People who do that are lying to you. But all that capital appreciation, no matter how small or how large, how many gains on the precious metals we see, guess what? It's not taxed. Capital gains is not interest income. It's not dividend income. It's not earned income. It's not considered to be income. And guess what? Same could be said about the stock market too. If you're buying into something that doesn't pay a dividend, if you're buying into something that doesn't directly pay you, all it does is appreciate over time, you're not taxed until you sell. And I would say that is probably one of my favorite things about silver. Now we could take a look at arguably the greatest investor of all time, Warren Buffett. He's had a few things to say about precious metals, more specifically gold, over the years. He said he doesn't like gold. He said it's not a productive asset. It doesn't produce cash flow. And guess what? He is 100% correct. I agree with Warren Buffett. I agree with Warren Buffett on most things that he says. Why would I not? Think he knows a little bit more about investing than I do. But here's the thing. If you're stacking silver and gold coins, rounds, and bars, that's not an investment. That's a hedge against inflation. That's a way of preserving your wealth for the long term. It's just a store of value. If it does appreciate in value, usually it's because the dollar bill devalued. So it kind of goes up as the dollar goes down. I don't see that as an investment. So I'm not going to let an investor's point of view on something that isn't even an investment sway my opinion on what I'm doing over here. I know what I'm doing over here. I like what I'm doing over here. What I'm doing works for me. It might not work for Warren Buffett. It might not work for you. It might not work for him or her. But guess what? It works for me, so I'm going to continue doing what I do. It might not be a productive asset. It might not be a cash flow producing asset. But guess what? It's not supposed to be. That's not the purpose of stacking. Nobody's stacking silver to produce cash flow. It's not a passive income type of project that we're working on over here. That's not what it is. But what's cool is that regardless of what other field you're in or whatever your primary focal point is, real estate, business, stocks, or something else, you might not have to pay taxes there either. In real estate, there's something called a 1039 exchange, which 46 is trying to get rid of. I don't believe it's going to work. But if you're running a business, you make profit, you got to pay taxes on that. But not if you reinvest back into the business. When it comes to the stock market, there's really no way of escaping dividend income, but a lot of people reinvest their dividends anyway, so that next time around, it increases from their last payout. Real estate, people reinvest that rent money. But silver doesn't produce cash flow, and it's not supposed to. Some people hate on the precious metals by saying they just sit there. Yeah, that's on purpose. I'm allowing it to just sit there so that I don't have to pay taxes on it. That's one of the reasons. You don't have to pay taxes until you sell. And I have no reason to sell, so why is that in any way, shape, or form something that should be on my mind at any point in the day? It's not. I'll pay taxes when I sell. But guess what? I don't plan on selling. Not even for the long term. Something I do plan on doing is trading one metal for the other. When the gold to silver ratio gets to a point that I'm satisfied with, I'll take a little bit of silver. Not all of it, not most of it, not half of it, just a portion. And I'll trade it for a little bit of gold. And why is that? Simply to reduce the weight, reduce the bulk, save space, and continue storing value in a way that makes sense to me. See, the silver, I believe, is an excellent store of value. I see it as the opportunity metal because I believe it has the most room to grow and perform over time. Gold, on the other hand, a little bit different. Gold, of course, I consider to be an excellent store of value as well, but I don't call it the opportunity metal. I don't think it has the same growth potential as silver. Am I saying that gold isn't going to grow? No, absolutely not. I believe it will. I just don't think that it has the potential to grow at the rate that silver does. The reason I say that is because silver right now is in the mid-20s, let's just say. Its all-time high was $50. So it's currently only halfway to its all-time high. If I load up on a whole bunch of silver today, and then it goes to its all-time high, or goes back to its all-time high, then in a weird way, I don't like to view it this way, but just for the sake of the conversation, the cash that I put into the silver doubled. Now the strength of the cash that I put in might have gotten cut in half, which might explain why the spot price went back to $50. But the amount of currency has doubled, going from $25 an ounce to $50 an ounce. Gold, on the other hand, it hit its all-time high last year, a little over $2,000. For gold to double in currency value, it would have to go above $4,000, and it's never seen that number before. Never. It's never gone to $4,000. It's never gone even to $3,000. It's never even gone to $2,500. So that's why I call silver the opportunity metal, because I think there's more opportunity for growth. Gold, I call the powerhouse metal. It's the metal that people turn to for stability. Silver is much more volatile, much more sporadic. It's up, it's down, it's going crazy. Green day, red day, green day, red day. Gold, a little bit more stable. When it's going in a positive direction, it grows at a much slower pace. And when the markets take a hit, gold doesn't crash as hard as silver can. So you could say that gold is potentially the more safe metal between the two, the more stable metal, the more consistent metal between the two. They're two different metals for two completely different reasons. And that's why when the gold to silver ratio gets to a certain point, I'd like to trade some silver, again, not all of it, not most of it, not even half of it, but some of it, for some gold. Capitalize on the switch when the ratio closes in, when the two metals get closer together. See, they say what goes up must come down, and it can happen. There's a reason silver went to $50 and now it's sitting at $25. It went up and it came back down. Well, guess what? A lot of the time, what goes down can go back up as well. We just don't know when It's not possible to time the market. It's not possible to decipher exactly when certain things are going to happen. But if you're paying close attention, and you're watching, and you're participating, and you're staying informed, and you're keeping an eye on what's going on, you might be able to catch on to something slightly more ahead of time than a lot of other people. And even if you don't, you're still going to be involved, and you'll have the opportunity to trade some silver for some gold if that's what you decide to do. Now, what I personally believe in terms of shifting from one metal to the other or trading one metal for the other metal, what I personally believe is that it's probably a good idea to lunge at an opportunity when the opportunity presents itself. If silver were to go back up to $50, let's just say, or maybe silver does whatever it wants to do, gold does whatever it wants to do, and whatever the numbers are doing, cause the ratio gap to close into, let's just say, 1 to 50, 1 to 40, maybe even 1 to 30, that right there is something that I would consider to be an opportunity, something that I would consider to be worth capitalizing on, because like I said before, what goes up oftentimes comes back down. So why not make the most of an opportunity when things are up, instead of just sitting there at the top saying, hey, you know what, I'm just going to ride this out, I'm going to let it crash back down, and next time it goes up, I'm going to trade. To me, that just doesn't really make sense. To me, that doesn't really sound very strategic. See, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's all about strategy. When it comes to the precious metals, or when it comes to your investments, or really when it comes to anything in the realm of finance, whether it's making money, saving money, investing money, building your credit, doing this, doing that, it's all about strategy. And I've spent the last about 3.5 years working on this strategy. Have I perfected it just yet? No, I have not. But I like to think as time goes by and I learn more and more, and I stack more and more, I get a little bit closer each and every day, each and every week, each and every month, each and every year to concocting the perfect strategy. And so far, so good. Everything that I've done over the last couple of years has worked out tremendously for me in terms of business, in terms of stacking, and in terms of investing. I would like to, within the next few years, maybe get myself into real estate. But for the time being, I'm going to stick to doing what I'm currently doing. Maybe the projects that I'm working on right now will bring me into real estate. I know there's a helicopter up there. Nothing I could do about that. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. I want you guys to tell me, what is your strategy? The gold to silver ratio? Have you ever sold your silver or your gold in the past? How did that work for you in terms of taxes? And is that something that you appreciate about the precious metals? The fact that you don't have to pay taxes on them until you sell. I can tell you right now, that's what I consider to be one of the greatest things about them. Of course, they're not cash flow producing assets. Of course, they're not productive assets in the eyes of some of the world's biggest investors. But like I said, it's not an investment. It's a physical at-home savings account that has the ability to appreciate in value by a lot without having to pay interest income taxes on the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I'm posting exclusive VIP-only adventure vlogs. I also do giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shoutouts, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. you're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button like a Karen hits a bus window. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. A bunch of brand new videos over there. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 3,000 subscribers. We just hit 2,000, and I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations. And of course, the brand new DYDSS Lone Wolf t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, coffee mug, and long sleeve tee, available in 4 different colors, and a portion of the proceeds are going towards the International Wolf Center. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? In terms of silver and gold not being a productive asset, not being a cash flow producing asset, not being anything that generates passive income or dividends or interest or anything like that. Because guess what? If you're stacking silver and gold, hate to break it to you, but you're not running a business. If you're stacking silver and gold, hate to break it to you, but you're not investing. If you're stacking silver and gold, hate to break it to you, but you're not a landlord. You've acquired precious metals to store value over an extended period of time and utilize the silver, utilize the gold as a method of combating inflation, which, again, in my opinion, from my perspective, stands a far better chance than the dollar bill. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, and remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.